Okay, I have a quick little something I want to say about this thing that everybody's sending around, the feminine products. Feminine products, I think, are just one aspect of an entire issue. The issue is that we don't know how to eat, still learning, and we are very susceptible to everything in our sales environment. So we buy whatever people present to us without thinking. So, we are doing perms and all kinds of synthetic perfumes and cleaning products, and yes, that is part of it, but the wings and all the drugs that's in the everything is contributing to this. It's not just one thing. So I'm about helping this issue at the core. Let's educate. And educate means tell people what sources they can go to learn and how they can relieve that between this month and next month. Not just say, oh, you're going to make money every month because they got to have this. And then using pain, because pain, everybody wants to get away from pain, So you say pain, this will help pain. The first thing people are going to do is say, I'm going to try it. Without even thinking. What needs to happen is Women of the Earth website that talks all about all of the products that you can use that will keep you from accumulating these toxins in your system that's causing you this pain. Environmental Working Group, another group, been out there for years, that is educating you on what to use and what not to use, and even having letter writing campaigns and things so that you can not only be educated but be activated to do something about it. Don't just buy a sanitary napkin and feel like you're doing something about, the world being poisoned and us being poisoned. That's only helping one person. What about your kids to come, or your kids now? What about, all these young boys with man boobs and boy boobs? This environmental issue is not just about your cycle. It's about a whole bunch of stuff. And you handling your flow is just one aspect. So when you're educating, give people enough information so that they can be activated to do something. We're all leaders. We all need to know what is there for me to do to solve this issue. Not what can I buy? That's the problem with us. We always buying somebody else's stuff. We need to start looking at what our behavior is doing to create the issue. According to the CDC, 8 out of 10 women have some kind of womb issue. Also, according to the CDC, by age 65, 97% of African American women will have had a hysterectomy, and 9 times out of 10 it's because of fibroids. So you want somebody to just keep bleeding until they get ready for the hysterectomy? Because it's not your hysterectomy. You don't have a hysterectomy on layaway. Just like it's not your fibroids. You don't own them. You don't love them. You don't want to keep them. But education is the key. Don't just run and buy something just because it absorbs a lot of blood. Handle why you got so much blood. I have some other videos here talking to you about how, number one, you bleeding like that, you low on blood. You need to build your iron. So yeah, women suffer. We suffer. But women are the most powerful beings on the planet. We run everything except that little group. And that's part of the problem. You got men coming to women telling them about their cycle and about, what they need to use for it. Because it's about money. It's not about education. But the way to do it is to get some women up in that camp, because women are the ones who are using it. Women are the ones who need it. And women are the ones who run everything else in your life and in everybody else's life. We holding it down. We running the kids. We building up the churches. We building up, the businesses. We doing all of the paperwork. We do all of the work. We go, come on now. And this is the only thing we can't do is talk to other women about feminine products. They've been selling organic pads. It's not the only thing out there. And when you got cramps that bad, you need magnesium, you need minerals. You don't just need a pad. So one of the things that I talk to women about is the good girl syndrome. Okay, so that's part of where this is going, because there are going to be a lot of uncomfortable women with men they don't know coming up to them asking them about feminine products and their flow. That ain't your business. You got to be invited into that conversation. Women handle that. I heard you say you do a prostate program. That's a good program for you to really work on like the same way and talk to men about, because that's in the same vein, an accumulation of toxins that's causing some issues. So a few people have asked me about this, and this is my statement. Women are out here educating, groups are out here educating. To truly educate, give facts, information, and places where people can go to avoid the excessive bleeding, not just to catch it. Catching it ain't good enough, So I'm not a good girl and never has been. So I have no problems in discussing what I think is an issue. I'm a long-time womanist, and women do need to pay attention at how, yes, we do a lot. We have a lot of issues. We need to learn how to handle these physical issues, but you also need to handle this kind of stuff where men think it's okay to come to us and talk to us about whether or not you can have a child or not, whether or not you should be using this or not, have this job or not, run a church or not. This is called paternalism. It's a no-no in this year, in 2017. No, we do not need men telling us when we running everything else about feminine products. Oh my God. Okay, that's basically it in a nutshell. Get some women up in that camp, because women know more about it than you. And if you're going to do something like this, then you need to have some experts in there who can use the proper terminology, words that are anatomically correct, like womb, uterus, vagina, all of this kind of stuff is part of the conversation. You can't not have been in it for your whole 40, 50 years, and then all of a sudden you want to get in it and you want to use the play words. No, adults use anatomically correct words. Unless you're too uncomfortable to be in that gig altogether, then you need to let somebody else step in and you step out. There's a such thing as angel investors. You can still make the money and put some women in there. Okay? So for anybody else who wants to ask me about this, I've been out here saving our wombs. I've been out here working with women calling all day long who falling out because of the bleeding. They need to build their blood. They need to do this. They need to come off of that job. It's a lot of things. But I feel some kind of way about this particular way this is being handled. And it may be a good product, but it's being handled in a disrespectful way, considering the power and strength of women and what else we do. It's not the way you do it. So that's my perspective. And anybody else that has one, you can either put a comment down below, or you can email me at info@DrHerbSistah, HerbSistah.com, info@DrHerbSistah.com. Let's get to the point and the crux and the reason for the excessive flow, for the excessive blood. No, not just catching it. That's not helping women. Every month they got to go through that so you can make money. No, stop this. disrespectful. That's all I can say, you know. Talk to y'all later, herb lovers, womb lovers, herbsistah.com. Have a great herbal day.